Hello Leo, so I'm doing your weekly tarot for June the 25th to July the 2nd. I'm going to take a look at what is going on in your situation. We'll look at why it's happening. We're looking at anything going on in your blind spot, figuring out what's working for you at this time, and of course we're seeing how it is likely going to play out. Also, please make sure that you're watching my readings on my channel, which is Phoenix Keia Tarot. Okay, if you find snippets of my readings on anyone else's channel, then you're going to be watching stolen content. Okay, right, so for your situation, it says full moon, night magic, read up on it, things come to fruition and manifest completion. So there is a cycle that is coming to an end, and it's combined with the tree of life, family situations, wisdom of ancestors and divine inspiration, bringing heaven to earth. Now this, honestly, Leo, looks like it's going to be a really good week for you. Okay, it seems to be that there is some good news that's coming in for you and for your family, which is ending struggles and difficulties within a family unit. Okay, now obviously that part of the message isn't going to resonate for everyone, so you have to use your discernment. Now with it saying manifest completion and bringing heaven to earth, that is successful manifestation. Whatever it is that you have been applying yourself on, then you're seeing very good results come from that this week. So I'm going to use the tarot and we'll take a deeper dive into exactly what is going on here, because honestly we've got some information, but I feel like it's just not quite enough at this time. Right, so what is it that Leo is manifesting here, please? What is Leo manifesting? Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. The Tower and the Hermit. Two major arcanas. The Tower's an interesting one, because sometimes that can be a bit of a disaster. I don't think that this is saying that you're manifesting a disaster, right? I feel like this is you manifesting something that is life-changing. So I'm going to dig a little bit deeper into what is actually going on with that tower. Why is this tower here? That's off balance. The star. It's something that you thought was not going to be possible. And because it happens, that's your tower moment. Okay. So this tower, it's not negative, right? Because, you know, traditionally the tower, it can be destruction and everything connected to negativity. This is a shock to the system because of this successful manifestation. It's like you weren't fully expecting the good result. Okay, you were hoping for it, obviously you were wishing for it, but you weren't expecting it. And because it happens, it's a shock to the system. Right, so let's take a deeper dive into this Hermit energy for you. Can you tell us about this Hermit for Leo? What's going on? Ooh, the Devil. Okay. We gotta keep digging, Leo. What's going on with this Devil and the Hermit? Okay, Page of Cups. Right. It's a bit of a truth bomb. Okay, so Hermit, the Devil, and the Page of Cups. Truth bomb, reality check. It's something that you have been keeping to yourself for quite a while. Looks like that is all going to come out in the wash. Now, obviously, I don't know the specifics, okay? It's something to do with potentially a secret that you have been keeping. It could be someone else's secret. Who really knows, right? You're going to know. This could also be someone revealing a secret to you, right? You've also got the Knight of Pentacles here to clarify that Devil energy. So it's something from long ago. Eight of Pentacles off balance. they're feeling the pressure. Someone, either you or someone else, is feeling the pressure of carrying this secret around and finally allowing that secret to see the light of day, while you got this going on. Can you tell us more about this successful manifestation? Okay, 5 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles. It could be to do with your finances for this successful manifestation. The Knight of Swords, the Tower again, 3 of Wands, and the High Priestess. Yeah, so there's a sudden shift that's going on. There's a directional change. It's almost like it's saying, okay, let's imagine you've manifested additional finances, right? Let's just imagine that that's the case. Well, now your options are different. Your options have changed. You're no longer limited by your old situation, okay? Because now you've got those additional resources to make different choices. That's why we're seeing this directional shift. Interesting. So there's a lot that's going on for you guys this week. It might be quite an emotionally charged week for you as well. Catalyst, moon magic, right? What was this one again? The full moon, and now you've got moon magic. Access power, focus intent, and manifest dreams is a really similar message to what you've just had out. So this is happening because what you were trying to manifest was absolutely in alignment with your highest good, and of course with the highest good of those around you. Okay, can you tell us more about this moon magic? If you have been doing moon magic, then that has worked out really, really well. The 4 of Swords and the 5 of Wands. Okay, there's a conflict that's going on with this energy because it's a contradiction, right? 4 of Swords, rest, rejuvenate, reevaluate, reconsider, and then disharmony, chaos, arguments. Okay, like these two things are not on the same page, so we need to find out more about that. It could also indicate your refusal to get involved with low vibe stuff as well. Can you tell us more about the 4 of Swords? Yeah, 9 of Swords off balance, something's not worth the stress and the anxiety, and the 8 of Wands reversed. The catalyst, you've needed to backtrack on something here. You've needed to change your mind, change direction, right? And it feels quite last minute as well. So Leo, you might have agreed to go along with something, or you might have agreed to do something for another person, but then you've had to back out at the last minute here. Because that's strong catalytic energy. Potential, use your gifts, shine bright, and a unique opportunity. This one is showing up in your blind spot. Okay, so I kind of feel here that Spirit is encouraging for you to use your gifts, whatever they might be. It's possible that you might not have been utilizing your gifts to their fullest extent here, and that you've to really tap in. It could be to do with energy manipulation, right? Not in a bad way. I mean, sort of, well, I think transmutation is the best way to put it, right? Rather than manipulation. You've a skill at being able to, for example, see the opportunities within failures or within things going wrong, right? You're able to see the hidden opportunities and really exploit them, I guess, right? 8 of Wands in the upright position this time. Now you've already seen the 8 of Wands in your reading. It's right there, and it was in the reverse as a catalyst. Something not working out, okay? Or you having to backtrack. I strongly feel like you've changed your mind about the direction that things were heading in before. you have made corrections here at some point, and those corrections is what's working out, okay? Eight of Wands. Can you tell us more for Leo's blind spot, please? The Lovers and the Three of Cups, yeah. A positive result here with this combination. I need to take a deeper dive into this Lover's energy, because sometimes it can be a choice and other times it can be a union. It can also indicate the duality of a person or of a situation, and you've got the Six of Cups that's come out off balance. That is someone who is releasing this... It's almost like a desire to be sentimental, right? You're not sentimental because it's come out off balance. You recognize healthy levels of sentiment and then unhealthy levels of being sentimental, and the importance of releasing certain things from the past that wouldn't serve you well. Now, the combination of these two can easily indicate an X. Why is that clarifying potential? Maybe for some, not for everyone, maybe for some that there is a potential for you and an ex to possibly give things another go, get back together, right? Again, not going to resonate for everyone. With that being in your blind spot, and if you're not feeling that way, then this is going to be their energy towards you. Okay, so be careful with how you receive these messages. So that, lovers, it does feel like another person here. The Moon off balance, yeah. Secrets coming to light, okay. Things being revealed. What's this one? Knight of Wands reversed. Interesting. The Knight of Wands reverse can indicate mistakes have been made, right? And we see, I feel, Leo, like you're releasing resentments that have been keeping you stuck, that have been keeping you trapped away from your true potential here. And this has been going on a deep emotional level here without you consciously thinking about it, okay? What's this Three of Cups for Leo? So there's a lot of activity that's going on, both in your physical world and then in your own private emotional world, okay? Four of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune, yeah. Honestly, Leo, I feel like your dedication is paying off here, okay? What's that Four of Pentacles? Queen of Cups, yeah, okay. So you're keeping your standards high. You're being super, super careful about who it is that you're letting in at this time on an emotional level, of course. Your Wheel of Fortune's clarified with Three of Pentacles, another three, the Three of Swords, and a Nine of Wands. Yeah, boundaries. You're not, I love that one. You're not going to make the same mistake 3 times. It's not twice, it's 3 times. So you've possibly given somebody far too many chances here, and you're not prepared to give them yet another chance to fuck you over, right? Seems to be that, yes, with that Lover's energy and the mention of an ex for some of you, you're doing the right thing by telling them no. Okay. I know it's going to be a bit harsh for some to hear, especially if you're cross-watching for a Leo. I am sorry, I can't change the message that comes out. It just is what it is, okay? Leo, you're doing the right thing here with this Wheel of Fortune. You're determined to no longer have your potential or your growth being stunted here. You're just not prepared to do that. All heart for what is working for you, doing what you truly love, and committed relationships, okay? Again, if you look there in your blind spot with that Knight of Wands reversed, that is someone who is quite flighty and non-committal, right? That's energies of the past, because you're looking at committed relationships, committed connections, balanced and respectful connections also. Can you tell us more for what is working for Leo? High Priestess, and look, the Knight of Wands. That Knight of Wands keeps coming out. I don't know, Leo, I kind of suspect that there is an untrustworthy individual around you somewhere. And I feel like you already know about it as well with this High Priestess. You have to follow your intuition and your gut instincts, okay? When you are getting a suspicion about someone who doesn't share your values, who isn't as committed as what you are to the relationship, to the friendship, whatever it might be, then the best thing that you can do for yourself in that moment is to change up your focus, okay? Can you tell us more about what is working for Leo? I mean, it's a strange week for you, Leo. Ace of Wands, yeah. Everything happens at once. Ace of Wands is a new beginning here. It can indicate a new project, a new creative project specifically. Again, I'm going to need more information here because I feel like what Spirit's saying for this one, oh God, the Emperor off balance. Yes, to take back your energy, yes, to take back your power, but also to start investing your time, your energy and your efforts into something new, okay? You've got the Emperor and the Empress now that are both coming out off balance, okay? That can indicate a split. That can indicate two people going their separate ways. You recognizing there is nothing new for me to learn from that situation or from that connection. I'm certain that this is about a connection. And you... That's difficult, okay? That's really, really difficult because I kind of feel like these two energies are constantly fighting with each other, constantly arguing, yeah. Possibly both as stubborn as each other here with this Death energy coming out off balance. And Justice, yeah. Fighting a battle that neither are likely going to win. Two of Pentacles. Something's been lost in translation here somewhere along the lines. The World, yeah. So the best course of action, Leo, is to close out that cycle, okay? It's cost you far too much time already. It's not worth you spending any more time on that, okay? The World is the end of a cycle. It's the end of a situation, but it's leaving the old energy a lot wiser and a lot smarter, okay? Cup of tea, replenishing energy, taking a break, soothing escape, and finding the right medicine. Okay, so it's healing. Healing is your most likely outcome here, Leo. Ace of Cups, nice. The Sun, the Six of Wands, the Seven of Wands, and a Six of Swords. The healing can only happen once you remove yourself from the unhealthy environment, okay? You're not going to be able to heal or recover while you're still within that toxic environment. It's just not going to work. I suspect that you might have tried, because I can definitely see that you have been giving someone far too many chances, far more than what they have earned, far more than what they deserve, and it's kind of been driving you mad, okay? And then you've got the King of Swords there as your strongest overall message for the week, which is a card of strategy and emotional distance, right? Now, I love this combination here with the Ace of Cups and the Sun, especially with the Six of Wands, the Lord of Victory. Your outlook, Leo, looks to be very, very good, okay? Really good. The issue that I can see is there's still that old dross that's almost contaminating your energy a bit there, okay? So once you can purge all of that out, you're going to find yourself on a much different path, a much better path. This combination here is also gratitude, okay? So feeling glad, feeling grateful that you managed to get yourself away and out of such a horrible situation, okay? So I feel that this message here is definitely connected to the good news and the success that's coming in for yourself and your family, right? I also feel that there's been a lot of things that have been bothering you about a certain connection or a certain relationship, and now you're vocalizing that, okay? That's the Tower. So you are the Tower this week, Leo. I feel like you're bringing the Tower to this person. The Seven of Wands, which is your boundaries. It's you standing up for yourself. It's you standing your ground. It's you protecting yourself. You not allowing someone else to manipulate your mind and, you know, try and convince you to change your mind, change your decision. You're standing by your decisions here, okay? And your decision is the Six of Swords. I need to move on. I need to put some distance here between myself and this energy, this person, okay? It really is time to move on. Now, the Six of Swords, it is also a card of a journey, so it can indicate a literal journey. Maybe you're moving away and starting again, okay? That's possibly what this Ace of Wands was all about here. If you have this desire to move away and start again, you're likely going to find that that is the single best thing that you have ever done, okay? For others, this could be something else entirely different. This could be saying, I have a desire to transmute my pain here with the Three of Swords and grief into something that is very, very powerful, into some powerful healing, into something maybe artistic, okay? Something that is ultimately going to help you to restore your own sense of purpose in life. That could well be the journey that you're on here as well, okay? So yeah, it's quite a loaded week for you, Leo. It's definitely not for the faint of heart, okay? When all is said and done, it looks like you're making all of the right moves at exactly the right time, and that's why you've got that King of Swords there as your strongest overall message for the week, okay? So yeah, no room for self-doubt this week at all, because you are making huge decisions, and it's the types of decisions that you're not going to be able to change your mind on, right? So it's like once you're in it, once you're invested, that's it, okay? Right, so you've got number 16 and initiation, so it's definitely the start of something brand new for you here. And then it also says sacred site, and I assume that that's phenacite. That's how I'm pronouncing it. I could be pronouncing it wrong. If I am, just let me know how to pronounce it in the comments below. It's not a problem. I'm reading that as phenacite, okay? Right, initiation. You have attracted this card into your awareness as it is a sacred time of initiation. So when you're being initiated into your new life, Leo, you're not going to be able to take any of the old energies with you. Okay, that's just not possible. So it is what it is. Throughout your life, there are certain times when you're offered opportunities for huge personal growth, and your soul in these moments is aligned with a powerful energy that allows for awakening on all levels. You're entering into a rite of passage where you will be offered new gifts and abilities to assist you on your journey. Yep, so that's going to help you to unlock your fullest potential that was in your blind spot. Have you been feeling... Oh, no, I missed a bit. The stars are aligning at this time to shower you with divine blessings. Okay, Leo? Have you been feeling a little frustrated with or stuck in your life? Have you been doubting your purpose? Do you struggle to believe in yourself and feel unworthy? Well, the universe has shown up to remind you how powerful and amazing you are. Know that you are worthy, and all that you have been searching for, all the wisdom and clarity to action, your next step is right here. Take the time to connect to and be aware of what is coming through for you at this time. It could be an offer of a new job, or an opportunity for you to go on holiday, or a marriage, or a birth of a child, or any other major event in your life. These are catalysts to bring in this new vibration and energy for you, a universal blessing and an ignition of the soul. Your gifts are ready to be honored and worked with, and now is the divine timing of initiation and honor of who you are and what you have already achieved. Make sure to nurture and believe in yourself as you birth this new energy. There are thousands, right, so it goes on to say about the medicine, and the medicine here is the sacred site, and it says there are thousands of sacred sites spread throughout the globe, created and founded by ancient civilizations. They were built where ley lines or energy lines crossed, making them a powerful vortex to connect to other worlds. They're known to hold the dynamic energy of initiation and sacredness. Being in a sacred site will lift your energy to a higher state of consciousness, okay? So any of you Leos out there who are in a fortunate enough position to actually go traveling to a sacred site, then it's definitely worth a consideration, okay? But again, I wholeheartedly appreciate that that's not going to be possible for everyone, right? So being in a sacred site will lift your energy to a higher state of consciousness. The ancients knew this and would facilitate all of their ceremony and sacred business in these places. Some examples of sacred sites, I'm not going to be able to say that one, include Uludu, I've never heard of that, Machu Picchu. I am sorry if I'm absolutely making a hash of these pronunciations. Stonehenge, I can say that one. That one's in the UK. And Mount Shasta and the Grand Canyon. If you ever get an opportunity to travel to a sacred site, you'll understand the powerful initiation that it can offer, and you will definitely be transformed by the experience. Okay? So, yeah, that's basically what I just said before we got there. Okay, and then the crystal, phenacite, it says, phenacite assists in integrating initiation. It is involved with rites of passage, and it awakens new gifts. Right. You know, Leo, I suspect that that might have been what happened here. You've had some sort of new gift within you awaken, and it's given you a new sense of life, a new sense of purpose. That's going to happen to a person multiple times throughout their lifetime. And then they realize, oh, okay, these people that are currently around me, I don't actually feel connected to them anymore. Not because you believe that you're suddenly better than everyone else. It's just you can see the pattern, you can see the way that it's going, especially if like certain people around you have got addictions, right, for example, which the devil energy can indicate. If they're all stuck on a loop in their life, if they're all making the same mistakes over and over and over, and if they're, you know, constantly in this low vibe, miserable energy because they're stuck in this loop and they don't know how to get out of it, like that's the type of individuals that I'm on about, where you're no longer going to feel connected to them. Is that the Tower moment here? It's possible. Okay. Like I said, a bit of a complicated and emotionally charged week. So I would say for this one, Leo, take this week very, very slowly. Okay. There is no need for you to overcommit to anything this week. You're definitely going to need to keep all of your faculties, King of Swords, about you. Okay. Right. People can talk shit, people can bitch, people can trip, people can shit on themselves. Don't care what happens to them, because they might have deserved all of the shit that's coming to them. Yeah. Like literally, certain people are disasters of their own making, and like, what can you realistically do about that? Not an awful lot. Okay. So sometimes you have to just leave others to their own karma, which is what that card's telling you. You have to get up every morning and say to yourself, I can do this shit. And life is better when you're laughing, so laugh at all of the shitty mistakes that you've made, all of the shitty people you've encountered, and all of the shitty experiences that you've been through. If you can laugh at your own shitstorms, you will finally see your rainbow. Yeah. It's what I was talking about earlier, where you're very good at being able to spot the opportunities within situations that have gone wrong and still making it work out for you. Okay, like that's a skill. That's a skill that not everybody has. That's certainly going to be your strongest skill this week, Leo, that you're going to be utilizing to its fullest degree. Okay. But yeah, that is what I have for you guys today. I genuinely hope that that reading has been helpful. If it has been helpful for you, then please consider dropping a cheeky wee like. That would be absolutely fantastic. Better still, consider subscribing to my channel as well. I would absolutely love for you to join our fantastic community over here on YouTube. It's totally free. Okay, there's never going to be any membership fees or any of that bullshit on our channel. It is always and forever going to remain free content. So yeah, we would love to expand on this fantastic community that we do have. For personal readings with me, my website is phoenixkeiatarot.com. The link for that is in my description box below. Thank you so very, very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.